It's bad bitch o'clock.
Is this thing on?
Hey there,
Hey.
welcome to Uncensored Radio. You see our live for yet another week. I keep looking back. I keep getting memories. The memories of unfolding, and August is slowly trickling by. So August 2020 was my first show. So that's
Wow.
yeah, a long time ago now. Christina's had her year. She's just we're living our life here at
I don't
Uncensored
even
Radio.
know how long I've been doing this.
I did find your episode. We posted it as a flashback episode, your first episode, V.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere in the archives. If you are interested in finding it, you can always jump on any of these lovely podcast services: Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Blog Talk Radio, or Tune In, and look up Uncensored Radio. We have thousands of hours worth of programming for you if you want to just listen to new stuff, listen to old stuff, go in the middle, find your favorite spin-off show. It's all there.
I spent about a year with Jeff when it was still all radio.
Yeah, you're old school, V.
Basically.
Vera's old school. The rest of us, we're just
old.
new meat. But we had a lovely. We've been together already this week. We did a live on a Tuesday, which is not. It's just been unprecedented, and we did a live Uncensored Confessions. Now, it was pretty good, and it was Vera's first one. So, how do you feel? How do you feel post confessions, Vera? Are you okay?
Oh, I feel so dirty.
Feels so dirty. We did actually record another one. We were having such a good time with the lovely Miss Katrina A. Johnson and Jeffrey that we decided to record another one, and that one is a little bit more graphic than the one we shared today, than this week's. That's all I'm gonna say. It's coming up in a few weeks' time, but you might need to prepare yourself for it. Break out the rain slicker, and
rain slicker.
The first 3 rows may get wet in that one. It's just
whoa.
Whoa.
That was a good one.
But look, the 3 of us are here today, and we are here to give you all the news and the views. We have the wonderful Miss Christina, who looks she's ready. She's got what I like to call it the fuck it bun, when your hair goes up like that. Oh, okay. It's a chignon.
Yeah, right. Is that what it's called? I thought it was a bouffant, like one of those things.
That's the fuck it bun. It's just it's going up.
Oh, yeah. It definitely is. The fuck it bun.
Yeah.
My hair, if I put it down, it would be out to here, and if I put it up, it would just like in a ponytail. It looks like a big triangle, so it's just like wrap it all together.
She got that afro.
I have triangle hair going on.
Yeah. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy.
Oh no! But your week has been good. Your week has been a week.
My week's been a week, man. Yeah, I'm off of work next week, so I have to go through one more fucking day, and I will be free because this has been the week from hell. I don't know if it's the first week off, full week that I've had all year. I don't know how the fuck or why I did that or why I waited so long to request one whole week off, but yeah, so I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. I mean, I still have the kids here and my husband's here, but still, it's a vacation regardless. I don't have to deal with work, so. But yeah, and I did find out some bad news just now. One of my favorite wrestlers died, and
I did see that. I did see Brooke actually did a post on her social media. Who was it?
Wyndham. His stage name is Bray Wyatt, and his real name is Wyndham Bogart. Oh dear God, I don't even know. I don't want to mess it up. Rotunda. I'm sorry, Wyndham Rotunda, and he was just one of my favorite wrestlers. I mean, I wasn't really into wrestling when Joe got me into it, and then when I saw The Fiend, he was The Fiend, or he was Bray Wyatt. I fell in love with him because he was a character. He was such a great stage presence. He was an amazing wrestler, and If I talk about it anymore, I'm gonna cry because it just makes me
Oh, don't cry, my girl. Don't cry, my girl. We're not getting.
sad.
I've just realised, Lashana, hi. Your comments aren't coming through for some reason. I can
Hi,
see you're
Lashana.
commenting on Facebook, but it's not coming through. We just so she just literally mentioned the same thing, Bray Wyatt passing away. So she's on Lashana's on the case as always, and we are going to talk about the other. We are definitely going to talk about the other thing you just posted, Lashana. It's big news. But how is Miss V today? How is Miss V?
We're okay. We're good. You know, I don't know. The arthritis in my foot's kicking up. That was kind of fun today, limping around, hop along.
Oh. Oh no! Not hot along Vera.
That was I made beef stew for dinner. Everybody liked it. The neighbors came over and ate some.
Oh, look at Vera providing for the community.
For the town,
My sister and her husband live next door to me.
Yeah, the neighbors came over. It's like it's my family. It's those assholes that live next door. You know. Remember that drug piece that got on a couple of weeks ago? It was that one.
Yeah.
I must say, Drunk Dia has been my highlight for a couple of weeks. That was a good guest spot. She jumped in. She's like, "I'll tell you everything." I'm like, "You go, girl. You go." She was about that life. It was quite amusing. Oh well, there's really no putting it off any longer. We need to jump into the shaking bosoms of Miss Katrina A. Johnson and talk about this week's
load of hot topics.
Now, breaking news. Probably one of the best mugshots I've seen in a while.
He looks so
man.
He mad. That's one great. Mad little peach, isn't it?
Looks like a
dream. He is not coloring his hair.
Yeah, it's very blonde, isn't it? It's very blonde.
It doesn't look that orangey color that he had for a while.
It doesn't. Maybe it's like spray back, like he does the skin and it gets stuck in the hair, you know. Because I noticed sometimes the eyes aren't the same color as the rest of him. Like he wears goggles. No, like he wears goggles.
Oh, well, it could be like a sunglass tan too.
Yeah,
like,
no, I think
like when you wear sunglasses.
I think it's like the tanning that he does every day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
Those sunglasses that protect his eyes.
Do you think he has one of those ones that it's like put your foot on 4 and 6? Turn. Put your foot
gotta be
on
fast.
7 and 2. All right.
But then who writes them down? You know?
I've never had a spray tan.
Who would want that job? That's the job. That's the job you give POWs. No, I don't want that.
I've never even seen a spray tan applied.
We were going to get one while we were in America because near Jeff and Vera, there's a machine. There's one of those ones where you get in and stand and it goes, put your foot on 2 and 10, put your arms up, spray, turn. Oh, you do all the sexiness. But anyway, we are getting distracted because Donald Trump has officially been arrested, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and he cheated us out of his weight.
Right.
I'm not one to fat shame, but Donald has been fat shaming the rest of us for years, talking about any woman who's overweight is a pig, a dog, an elephant. And so there were bets on the internet today. People were betting what his weight was. And somebody took a recorded weight. They didn't put him on the scale. They let him report his weight as 215. Yeah, I know, right? He's 6'2". No
Doesn't
way.
he just like? Let's flash back to doesn't he just eat like McDonald's and stuff like that? Like he eats horribly.
Really?
Remember it was a while back. We talked about like how bad his diet was. And he eats like McDonald's with like triple burger patties on and extra ketchup and all this stuff. Like it's really
so funny.
He eats like a 5-year-old. Like, well,
he does.
He does. He eats he gets his dino nuggies and dips them in and like lives his best life.
But it was very quick. I mean, the news broke in to our regular programming to show the motorcade. The motorcade took longer to get to the jail from the airport than the actual time he was in the jail getting booked and posting bond.
Sounds about right. So this is he flew into Atlanta to be arrested over the alleged conspiracy to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. If we're wondering, if you're wondering what he's being arrested for this time,
they were all given 10 days to turn themselves in, or they were going to be arrested.
Yeah.
I mean,
so he did it. He did it in the most spectacular fashion possible.
You know, they were given the option to turn themselves in.
Okay.
Of course, it wouldn't be Donald without a post to social media. I have to start getting ready to head down to Atlanta, Georgia, to get arrested by a radical left, low-life district attorney, Forney Willis, for a perfect phone call and having the audacity to challenge a rigged and stolen election.
Well, you know, he's had 60 chances to prove it was stolen, and he hasn't yet proven it's stolen.
I feel like
different lawsuits pending across.
He definitely thinks if he keeps saying it, everyone will go, "You're right."
Like, a bunch of people that do keep saying he's right. There are. I mean, there are trolls all over the internet who think that he's just sticking up for democracy.
I hate to be the one to say it, but when there is physical evidence that you are lying, that means you're wrong.
Phone calls.
That means you're wrong, bruh. Like, I don't listen, like, I'm not taking political sides, but when there is tactile, like, I can feel it, smell it, taste it, hear it, see it, evidence,
right?
You didn't win. Like, you didn't win. You didn't win.
Also,
I don't know what to tell you.
Where he says he didn't win, but he's never going to admit it.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so I mean, allegedly.
We'll
see as it all comes out. Innocent
as with everything.
Guilty. That's the American way. But
we gotta put it down. It's always good to do.
Know, well, in the 60 lawsuits that he did file around the country, he was not able to prove that any misdeeds happened during this election. So this is
it's like they didn't happen at all.
Well, this has been litigated 60 times. He's not on trial for saying it. That's, you know, I think I said this before on the show. He has the Constitution, the freedom of speech gives him every right to say he did not lose. The reason he is on trial in these cases is because not only did he say he didn't lose, he took steps to change the counts, the certified legitimate counts from other counties that he felt he should have won, but didn't. So that's why he's on trial. He's not on trial for saying he lost a statement which he could not prove, or saying that it was stolen.
He's allowed to say whatever he likes, but it still doesn't make it true.
But he did take steps that were illegal to make it true.
Correct. And that is the problem.
Yeah.
And I love that this lady's name is Forney. Forney.
I love the parade of perp shots. You know, Rudy Giuliani looks like somebody just hit him with a stun gun. Sidney Powell fell out of bed.
What a fucking downgrade from Rudy. Like, remember post 9/11 where Giuliani was like,
he was inspirational.
He was like
the man.
Mayor.
He was the man holding America together, really.
He was America's mayor. He was the voice of reason when other people were falling
And then
apart.
he turned into this hair dye leaking, pants open, weird old man. It's like
if he would have ran for president, after that,
He
like
would have,
after
yeah, he would have,
9/11, he
yeah.
would
If
have
he would have
easily
won,
won.
definitely.
Easily.
I
Like,
agree. He would have
hands down.
definitely been the president
Yeah.
That would
after
have
9/11
been easy
because everyone was
decision.
crying out for a leader. Like they didn't.
Well,
Like,
Baby Bush
yeah,
was still in
whoa.
power, and the Bushes weren't going to sacrifice that.
He
So
didn't know
give
what day it
him
was. It's
an,
all right.
an opportunity.
I wonder if he ever got to finish reading that book.
I'm sure it finished.
The one he read to the fourth
He
grade.
didn't
The one
even
he was
fucking
reading to the
move.
kids when he found out. The ones he was reading to
there
them
was
about the
one
duck
note.
when he was like,
Yeah, he didn't even move. Are you fucking kidding me?
it was like, oh, where's Pop
Yeah.
Up now?
Kind of froze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
And then he kind of
no.
looked at the book, and then he kind of looked back at his feet like, what do I do?
What do
Yeah.
I do?
Oh,
Excuse me, kids. There's just been a terrorist attack. I have to leave.
Yeah. No big deal.
Just Superman's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look,
Oh,
we
they-
love
they
it
was-
when that was
a
drama.
terrifying moment in our history.
It was
I don't know if you're old enough to remember it, but
I watched it
they
happen
were
live.
scrambling the fighter jets. Every
What
Watched it
was-
happen live on TV. I was up late doing something, and I was watching it. Like, didn't go to bed all night. I was like, "This is
I
it."
was getting ready to go to work. I worked 11:30 to 7:30 at that time, and I was sitting on my bed watching the news, combing my hair, thinking about the fact that I had to go to work, and I'm like, just totally.
Crazy times. Just to
It
think,
was a crazy time,
and to think it's so long ago now too.
and to see how far Giuliani's fallen. That's
Yeah.
the part that shocked the shit out of me.
What was it?
Yeah.
2000. It was 2001, right?
Yeah. Right. 2001. Yeah.
Yeah, 22 years. Sorry,
22 years ago.
22 years ago.
Crazy.
And
And
I
just
remember that day like it was yesterday.
to see how much New York has changed and the world has changed
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah.
It's
You weren't
just-
even in the
yeah.
city. Like, did you guys go into the city when you were here?
I went into I went so when we went to America with the dance studio. I think it's early 2003. So we went to Ground Zero and everything when it was still a big hole in the ground, and did all that and paid the respects. It was, that's intense, man.
Devastating.
It was awful.
With all the kids' drawings and the missing posters and everything. It was, I've got goosebumps talking about it. It's still,
Yeah.
And still,
it was
this
horrible.
fine layer of ash on everything.
Yeah, but look, out of all that tragedy, there is that beautiful, like, stunning space now that is like going to be there forever, and a memoriam to all of those people who lost their lives. So it just proves that history is in the past, and we move forward. But we do love it when history comes back to bite us in the ass, right? we love it when people get caught red-handed, or in some people's cases, they get caught blue can-handed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Kid Rock had a lot to say about Bud Light and their support of trans activist Dylan Mulvaney, going so far as to do a video of him with a shotgun. Because, shooting Bud Light, saying fuck Anheuser-Busch, fuck Bud Light, da-da-da-da-da. One of the many, many vocal heteronormative fucking pieces of shit that, had to have their say about their shitty beer, like daring to be a little bit progressive. Someone got caught blue can-handed over the weekend.
Well, he's from word go. He likes to pretend he's this working man's songster. He's a man of the people, but he grew up in middle class America. He's just another.
I just think it's it's delicious that somebody was quick enough in their thought to go boop, because that would have been a split second, and that was caught in the wild too. It was caught in the wild.
Wasn't it a Taylor Swift concert? concert? I thought it was a Taylor Swift concert.
It was. I don't know where it was. I'm not sure where it was. I just saw it. I saw it come up. I was like, ah, that's gold. Like,
There was
fuck
probably
you,
nothing
dude.
else there to drink, and he was like, "All right, just need a
Or
beer."
he has no moral convictions and just
Yeah.
wanted to
I
make
think
a
he has
statement.
no moral conviction.
Yeah, I think it's the
Probably-
second one. I think
Yeah.
it's the second one. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, honestly, go back to, I don't know. You haven't released a good song in 20 years anyway, so
Yeah,
like,
man.
come on, brother. Like, that's just delicious. And I feel like more news outlets should have picked this up and gone, look at this douchebag. But of course,
Yeah.
no one cares because it's about trans people. So, you know,
It made social media.
just don't let them read stories.
Yeah.
Don't let
Hey,
them in
I
the
have
bathroom.
something. Speaking of social media,
Mhm.
do any of us know what happened in Tehran? The beginning of the year, there was that uprising.
Correct, there
streets of
was, and it was
Tehran,
all. Everyone
and
was
it-
like, "No one's reporting this," and it was all over social media, and then
now
it disappeared.
now nothing.
Yeah, because that's the way it works. We never hear about the real tragedies of the world. We hear about, you know, what
I'm gonna have to
they
Google
decide. What they decide, we need to hear about, which is
this. Yes. The
usually
infotainment.
celebrities. Usually celebrities,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that's who we're
so
gonna.
in this show, it's Britney Spears.
What a segue! We're going to talk about
Hey,
Britney.
again, this bitch.
Well, look, we have to talk about it because the duality of the situation is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's very interesting how we want to bring. She is, you know, Miss, as she calls herself, Miss American Dream since she was 17. She was the, you know, the it girl.
He was.
She was Taylor Swift before Taylor Swift was Taylor Swift. Let's talk about that with actual physical album sales too. Like back in the day where you
Well-
had to go buy a CD, you know, that's big.
Taylor does actually record her own song or write her own songs.
So Britney writes her own songs too. Not all of them, but she does write her own songs. She actually even wrote the melody of Every Time. So there you go on the piano. And she can play
Wow.
it too. So, Britney split with Sam Asghari. We've got a couple of statements. This is Sam. After 6 years of love and commitment to each other, my wife and I have decided to end our journey together. We will hold on to the love and respect which we have for each other, and I wish her the best always. Shit happens. Asking for privacy seems ridiculous, so I'll just ask everyone, including media, to be kind. Yeah, right. Sure, Sam. Meanwhile, Britney had a little bit more to say.
Whoa.
As everyone knows, Sam and I are no longer together. 6 years is a long time to be with someone, so I'm a little shocked, but I'm not here to explain why, because it's honestly nobody's business. But I couldn't take the pain anymore, honestly. In some sort of telepathic way, I've been receiving so many messages that melt my heart from my friends, and I thank you. I've been playing it strong for way too long, and my Instagrams may seem perfect, but it's far from reality, and I think we all know that. She's a bad girl. I love it. I would love to show my emotions and tears on how I really feel, but for some reason, I've always had to hide my weakness. If I wasn't my dad's strong soldier, I would be sent away to places to get fixed by doctors. That's when I needed family the most. You're supposed to be loved unconditionally, not under conditions. So it will be I will be as strong as I can and do my best. I'm actually doing pretty darn good. Anyways, have a good day. Don't forget to smile. I love.
I've lived under this dark, horrible shell for my whole entire life, but don't forget to smile.
Yeah.
And that's how you can tell it's Britney. Because it's this random thought pattern, and then it's like, boop, okay, cool. That's how you can tell, because there is so much. Well, Christina, you know, you're a TikTok person. You know, the Britney conspiracy theorists on there, like, she's a clone, she's this, she's dead, she's da-da-da-da-da, she's all of these things. It's like, okay, cool. But the most interesting thing that has happened in the last week is that there has been a Britney Spears sighting in the wild.
Oh dear.
She's alive, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the duality of the situation. The smaller picture is the picture that TMZ decided to go with when Britney was spotted leaving a chicken shop an hour from her house, a fried chicken shop an hour from her house after midnight, braless, holding a blitz bomb. Good on you, girl. That's the Britney we remember. Cut to social media where Britney goes, where Britney felt the need to reply to said photo when a friend tells you
more than one friend.
Yeah, when a friend asks you to go for a late night drive to get chicken, and the paparazzi show up. This friend is rumored to be her new manager, Cade Wilson, who is leaking stories to the press, and Britney's not happy about it. So Britney then took to social media herself in the photo / video behind, where she is partying with like 4 or 5 shirtless men. The video has one of them licking her boot. It's like she's doing breakups right. I'm like, and that proves to me that Britney Spears is alive and well, because that's the Britney I know. That's the Britney I remember.
Say, Britney, you are far too famous to leave the house without a bra.
Yeah. She never cared. Like, that was the whole thing. Remember, they used to she used to like go to Starbucks with no shoes on, and everyone's like, "Ooh, don't do that." She went into a public toilet with no shoes on. You're like, "Oh, Britney, go down." Drive with that baby on her lap. Remember, it was a whole big thing. But this proves to me, and the fact that she's like, "Okay, you got me. Like, you well and truly got me. But here's where I get you." And I'm like, "Yeah, there you go. Fuck you, dude." Like, she knows. She knows the game they're playing. She's down with it, and I like that through the Instagram there's like bits and pieces of her that shine through, because the book is creeping closer.
Yeah,
I think 2 months away now. 2 months away from the book.
15 million. Are you going to buy it, Steve?
I have already pre-ordered the audiobook. I'm ready. It's going to be a whole show on its own.
Steve,
but you know.
Steve's helping Britney get her 15 million.
She deserves it, babe. I've said it since the beginning. You know what? She got her freedom. She deserves to go and twirl on any island in Hawaii she wants to for the rest of her life. She owes us nothing. So all these people are like, more music, do a movie, do an interview, do this, do that. I'm like, no, she don't gotta do nothing, bro.
I think I said it last week. Like, just leave her alone. Like,
she gave you 30-something years of her life.
Yeah.
Like,
just tonight, I swear to God, on Entertainment Tonight, they said Britney's thinking about a movie.
Of course, she's thinking about ways to.
She got the 15 million from the book. Right?
She got to get that money that Daddy spent. You know, it's like. On good news though, apparently her brother has moved in with her and is doing the caretaking during the. You know, she's been left under the supervision of her lawyers and her management. Now, her lawyer is very good, so I think the lawyer should be like control of everything. He's like, Sam Asghari's not getting a cent. That prenup is watertight. It's like, you get nothing.
Prenup. He wasn't getting. He wasn't in the marriage long enough to get money.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think she knew that. Like, after he was like, "No, we're not having a baby," she's like, "Well, you're done, baby. I see you. You're gone." Right. I mean, she has a horrible track record with men. Let's be honest. So,
the picture he released that implied that he was being beaten by Britney.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? I know, right? And then her latest Instagram post was her making an omelet. Right. This is the content I go to her for. I go to her because she's down home.
Funny,
she's down home, baby. She's down home. But the music industry is a busy place. I don't know if you guys know the name Scooter Braun.
Yes. I don't know why. I know
Scooter's right in the pooter at the moment because Scooter Braun had 3 of his biggest clients jump ship this week and find new management. Demi Lovato, Ariana Grande, and allegedly Justin Bieber is on the way out too. Scooter came to notoriety because Scooter is the one who bought Taylor Swift's masters and then refused to sell them to her, said he wouldn't sell them again, and sold them. So, Scooter's a piece of shit.
That's why I know it from Taylor.
Scooter's a piece of shit, but Scooter is now also allegedly being investigated by the FBI.
Ooh,
So,
well,
Scooter's
when you get funny shit, you start to think that you're above the law.
Exactly.
And then you push the envelope a little too far.
So Jay Blavin has also left Scooter Braun's management. Adina Menzel has also left Scooter Braun's management. He had some fairly big names across a lot of different genres. For them all to be set in sail tells me something is up, brother.
Suspicious. Yeah.
Something is up. I think he might be headed to the old big house.
Glamour.
I don't know.
I don't know
how well. I don't know how well someone named Scooter is going to go in jail.
That cannot be his legal name.
No.
He'll be everyone's Scooter.
Oh.
All right. All right.
I strongly suspect some larceny in Scooter's.
There's got to be some kind of something going on.
Mismanagement, malfeasance.
Well, apparently he had Justin Bieber. His claim to fame was he is Justin Bieber's manager and he looked after Justin since YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But look at the state of the people he's representing. Demi Lovato, massive drug overdose, nearly died. Justin Bieber, chronic illness, mental illness.
That upsets me that you equate that with Demi Lovato. She has come so far from that. Like, I feel like
I know, but I'm saying he is in the background of all these people that
yeah, right. Like you never know.
Let's say it.
Could be.
Demi's Demi's little rock goddess changed that she's gone back to rock and she's rockifying her pop songs. I'm like, you do that, but it is sad to see. Of course, you're on TikTok, so you see it too. The results of her her drug overdose. She's got tics. She's got ice. She is blind. She has issues. Like you can see these issues on stage now when she's obviously overworked or tired and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they start to come out and like amazing voice. Like girl has an amazing voice. It's just this is what we let happen to people with talent because everyone wants a piece. Everyone wants a piece. It doesn't matter how they are. We just want. But Demi's in a great place now. So she's touring. She's making albums. You go, girl. She's rocking out. And I mean, Ariana can't keep a boyfriend or a husband, so she takes other people's. Allegedly. I feel like Ariana Grande might be this generation's Liz.
J-Lo.
No, this generation's Liz. Liz Taylor. She's just everyone.
Yeah.
I want everyone.
She's really talented though. Her ability to her control, her imitative ability, she's pretty talented.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
I think people are gonna shit when they actually hear her sing in Wicked. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, Ariana, yeah. Like they know that Ariana, but then when they hear her do musical theater, because she's a musical theater kid.
Well,
I think people will be like, I never really knew it.
The Sound of Music number on the Oscars.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing.
I mean, one of the best things I've seen her do was sing Suddenly Seymour in the car with what's his name from Family Guy?
Carpool Karaoke.
Yeah, I was like
James Corden.
You see? No, not James Corden. What's his name? Seth
Green.
No, not Seth Green.
Seth Meyers.
No, Family Guy.
Yeah, Seth Green.
Seth, yes.
No, the guy that created it.
Yes, Seth
MacFarlane. There we go.
Ah,
Good job.
yeah.
McFarlane. My pop
Jeez.
culture brain has stroked out
Right.
temporarily. I was like,
He
Yeah.
also has a pretty amazing voice.
he's got some chops, and they sang together. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. It's like, you go, girl. And then she did The Wizard and I on a Wicked thing. It was like, yeah, sister can sing. I love it. And her being on stage with Kelly Clarkson was the best thing in the world, because Kelly Clarkson can sing The Phone Book. So, and I would be like, do it again, Kelly.
I love
Yeah.
her "Fuck You" to her ex-husband song.
Oh my god, I'm
Make it
so
around.
upset that she finishes her Vegas shows before I get there. I've seen
Yeah.
Kelly. I've seen Kelly like 3 or 4 times live, but I've been watching videos. She is on fire. I'm like,
Yeah.
this woman. I'm like, why are you wasting it? I know why she is, because
Yeah, oh,
like
absolutely.
that TV show.
Yeah,
Like,
ex-husband
stop doing your
took money.
TV show and make more fucking music. Like, you're
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has.
I actually saw a TikTok. She like walked into some random coffee shop
and sang,
and like had like a basically
choir
like a
behind her.
choir, exactly.
Like a
I was
flash
trying to
mob
think of like a
moment,
mob. Yeah, flash mob. And it was she's so fucking talented. We really did pick
She
American Idol. Like,
And
that was the
exactly.
one good thing that came out of that
She
whole
is.
show.
She was right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one else could have been like. no one else could have been Kelly Clarkson. I'm like,
No.
And she's
You're a
really so sweet.
she is. She's
Yeah.
great.
You know?
Yeah.
Just at her
She's
show
great.
when she's fangirling, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this actually. I had this conversation squirreling for a little minute. What do you guys watch Drew Barrymore's show?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I don't
I
watch
feel everyone's like, I love her. She's such a good interviewer. I'm like, it's a bit much for me.
I don't like how touchy she is.
It's very
She gets
performative.
very close and
I
very
get
I don't know.
that
Even with
she's
Pink, she was like
she's an
holding Pink's
actress, but
hand. Oh,
everything's just so. And on my knees all the time. On my knees,
Yeah.
touching people. On my knees, touching people. I'm like,
yeah.
baby. Like Kelly.
It's weird.
And I remember watching the first couple of episodes of Kelly Clarkson and go, oh my God, she can't interview people for shit. But now that she's relaxed into it and she can do it, it's good. I'm like, Drew Barrymore has every level, and that show started as a bloody YouTube show in lockdown. So so like you got the goods. You got the goods, Drew. Just relax.
Yeah, right? Like, everybody loves her.
I love Drew Barrymore, but the interviews are very performative for me. I'm like,
It's very awkward.
Yeah, just
I don't know who it was.
I've seen it enough to be offended by it,
but
I know she was doing an interview with Pink, and like I feel like, again, like you said, every time it's like that she hears one thing, it's like, oh,
yeah.
and it's like she almost starts crying like every time, and then like even like it's just like she's always just so sad for somebody, like, and like you said, getting on the knees, like she's always crawling on the floor, and like, you know, I don't know if it wasn't Jennifer Aniston because she's close with her. It was somebody else that she was like,
she just kept, I'm
so sorry, and like,
yeah.
Oh, she kept like touching this person on the shoulder, and you could see that, like, I think it was Pink, that she just looked very uncomfortable, like don't fuck, like you know, like
that
don't
fucking touch me, man.
Like, enough, like, you know, it just, I don't know. I would.
You want to piss Pink off? I think she just clock you, right?
Yeah,
I think it just touch you out.
Stays very close to her roots.
Yeah. I hope she does. I feel like she's settling firmly in mum rock. Like, she's like, I make music for mothers. It's like, cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that, you know,
but she's still the same person. I'm just like, I kind of miss a bit of old school Pink.
I was gonna say, half of the songs that she has out now, I switch the station the second I hear the beginning of it. I'm like, no.
Give me some classic, like, first, second, third album Pink. I'm like,
like rocking. Yeah.
Rock and all back when she's R&B. I was like, yes, Queen. I used to love that first album. But anyway, times they are changing, and things, everything old is new again as normal. But one of the biggest news stories this week in the pop music world is The return of NSYNC? Question
Does
mark.
this really qualify as the return?
Well, it kind of does, because the last time all 5 of them did something together was for Justin's Video Vanguard Music Award in 2019.
I want to see it.
So they are allegedly releasing a song on Justin's new movie soundtrack, Trolls Band Together, so Trolls 3.
Ooh.
And it will be the first new NSYNC music since 2002.
Oh, I've been waiting.
Wow.
No, you've been waiting. So
I
you're not
know.
an NSYNC girl, obviously.
I am an NSYNC girl. I was not a Backstreet Boys
You're not a
fan. Like,
Backstreet-
no.
Oh, really?
No, I was an NSYNC girl. And my friend Allison, who is like a huge Backstreet Boy fan, like she went on the cruise. Like she's met Nick Carter a shit ton of times. Like so fucking funny. She is such a Backstreet Boy fan. It's not like, and she got her son into it too. Like, Allie, if you're watching, you're hilarious, and I still love you to death. But I can't stand them. I don't know what it was about the Backstreet Boys, but I was just more of an NSYNC girl because I just feel like it was just, I don't know, more of, I don't know. They were cuter to me. I didn't really get the whole like.
See, it's
who
funny
was it?
because we got Backstreet Boys before we got NSYNC.
Yeah.
They Backstreet Boys broke in Europe and stuff first before they broke America, and NSYNC chased Backstreet Boys.
Oh
So-
yeah, they were neck and neck, right, the whole time.
So-
Like, yeah.
I am more
Well, then.
Backstreet than NSYNC, and as one of our viewers has just pointed out, Kenny, thank you. I think JC Chazé carried that band. So
He did.
If they're gonna have a comeback, JC deserves all the flowers. He deserves
He
all the
did.
attention that he never got the first time around because
But
he was the strongest vocalist, and then all of a sudden, here comes little ramen noodle Justin Timberlake to
Ramen noodle. Is that a
But-
curly-haired slur?
they grew up together. They grew up together on the Disney show, whatever the fuck it was.
The Mouse,
And
Mickey Mouse Club, the new
Mickey
Mickey Mouse
Mouse
Club with
Clubhouse.
Christina and Ryan Gosling and Britney.
And yeah, and like I think like becoming
Carrie.
this boy band and all that shit, like yes, he definitely has an amazing voice. But why didn't he break through like Justin did? Like what
Because he
what
didn't
stopped
make
him?
mainstream pop. JC's
But why? He could've.
I know he could have, but he just chose not to.
Yeah.
JC's solo music is all over the shop. Like I actually really like it because it isn't in sync. Like it's
Yeah.
very removed. Justin did in sync by himself,
Yeah.
and that worked. That worked for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he might be on The Masked Singer at the moment. JC.
JC.
There's a cat apparently,
Ooh,
and there was there's a little clip of AJ McLean and Joey Fatone going, "Does anyone know where JC is? Right meow." Where is he right now? Because he just JC's just done an ad campaign with I think Meow Mix or something over there, so where he's
Oh really?
he's voiced some cats, and
That's
there's a
funny.
cat now on that has a good voice, a male cat singer on The Masked Singer. So JC could be on The Masked Singer. What good timing if he got on The Masked Singer and wins it, just as the Trolls movie comes out, just as NSYNC gets back together. Oh,
Yeah.
look, here's a tour. Who knew? Because that rumor's
That's
been
where
going
they make-
strong since the middle of last year. That they're hitting the tour with Backstreet Boys together. They're doing a joint tour.
serious?
Look at Christina.
I would go. I went to the Justin Timberlake Christina Aguilera show. That was
I
fucking
would
amazing.
I would probably come over to go with you. I'd be like,
Yeah. definitely.
imagine this.
What was it? It
Imagine
was like the
this.
Justified Aguilera tour or some shit
Justified
like
and
that.
strict. Justified and strict.
Yes. I went to
Because
that one.
we got I was so jealous. Christina came here by herself. She did strict by herself. Justin didn't come here for Justified. He came here for
Come on.
Future Sex Love Sounds, which was the next, the big, huge one. But I would have died to see Christina and Justin together because that's when she was all sticky looking and she was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
There it
it was flat.
She is randomly coming to Australia to perform one show in November.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, like Christine's getting that payday. She still sounds phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
Like, you
she's still
go,
amazing.
bitch. You better
She has a
fucking
really
sing.
classic voice. Like
Yeah.
really classic. Like she's gonna
Voice
be
of the
around.
generation, very noticeable. Voice of the generation, voice of her generation,
Yeah.
definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
keep singing.
Sing, bitch.
Yeah.
Sing, sing. There is a little bit more old school news as well. There's been a teaser trailer for the
Teaser,
Frasier reboot. That's hard to say. Teaser
Frasier.
trailer for the Frasier reboot.
I didn't know
Um,
Frasier was considering a reboot.
It's 10 episodes. It's happening on Paramount Plus. It's starting in October, I believe.
Really?
With none of the rest of the cast in it.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
How do they not bring back Niles and Daphne? Are you fucking
How do you
serious?
not? Apparently, some people didn't want to come back.
Wow.
Which
Asshole?
may speak to the working conditions with one Kelsey Grammer. Now,
Is Kelsey an asshole, do you think?
well,
what was
if you
the
watch
Roz, right?
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you'll his ex-wife, well, they were married while she was on the show. Camille Grammer has quite a lot to say about Kelsey. So Kelsey's not known to be the nicest gentleman in the world. But we'll see. He's got all these young people. He obviously it's not happening in Seattle. I think he's moving back somewhere, and something about a bar. I don't think it's Cheers.
Right.
But there's lots of bar imagery. Unless he like owns Cheers now, who knows?
Well, Ted Danson is God, so
You never know. So well, look,
never know.
wouldn't that be the way to go? Just slowly
God.
drip feed in the Cheers cast.
Yeah.
Okay, here they go. I mean, Rhea Perlman's still looking great. She was in Barbie, man. She's had a little bit of face work done. She was like, oh, I'm like, you go, Rhea. You
Yeah,
get
she
that.
does look great.
She was great in Barbie. I lived for
Her
that.
daughter did the Reader's Theater, the Broadway Reader's Theater of the show I did in May.
Yeah.
So
Screaming Vaginas or whatever it was.
It wasn't the vagina monologue.
Screaming
Monologue
Vaginas.
What I wore.
There you go. we both couldn't. I was like, shoes. I was like, something about shoes. We both got a bit lost.
No, her
It's all right.
daughter, Rhea, and Danny's daughter was in the cast with Diana Ross's daughter there from Blackish, Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie. I love Rosie. It's great.
So does Jeffrey.
So does Jeffrey. Forget about TikTok. You don't stop. Now, a little bit of serious news. I don't know. Has Lucy Let Me made the news over in America?
Yes.
Yes.
I think I heard
This
about
piece
this.
of shit. This piece
Yes,
of
I
shit.
heard about it.
Former British nurse Lucy Let Me has been sentenced on Monday to spend the rest of her life in prison after being found
She should be
guilty of
killed.
the worst child serial killer case in modern history of UK. She has been found guilty of murdering 7 babies and trying to kill 6 more.
And look at how sad she looks. Like, this bitch has a right to be sad.
What the actual fuck?
She doesn't even look sad. She just looks like fucking pissed that she's getting fucking arrested. I just.
She needs to do the crime.
I think she should be injected with everything she fucking gave those babies in a slow, painful death that could last for weeks. I want to see this bitch rot in a goddamn bed and eaten to death by fucking animals in the goddamn desert. Fucking eat a goddamn grenade, bitch.
There's no redeemable reason to keep her alive.
No.
Like the
she
death
gets
penalty
slaughtered in prison if she's not protected.
Yeah, the death penalty. Oh, she'll be protected. Come on.
Yeah.
The death penalty, for all its detractors,
I said this on the show. The death penalty is far more humane than life in prison.
But look, people, they're now taxpayers that are going to have to pay for her upkeep and for her, her living conditions, and there's no redeeming factor in keeping this woman alive. No,
that's what I'm saying.
And it's not like she's not guilty. It's not like she's not
guilty. Put her in a fucking desert. Like, let her rot to death.
I don't understand. Like in an overpopulated world,
She is clearly mentally ill.
Yeah.
And
Well, get rid of
that
her.
doesn't excuse anything. I'm not using that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
it doesn't excuse it. Like, yes, mental illness, as Jeffrey would be here saying, mental health crisis, not only in America, worldwide. Yes, mental health is a factor in this, but as we have constantly said, as I constantly say, your mental health issues are your responsibility.
And we, as a world, as a population, as we are becoming a global society. We, as a global society, need to find a way to intervene before these mental health problems become lethal.
But how? I don't get how, and this is why, because we're not mentally ill. Once would be enough, right?
Yeah, like you're
If you went, oh my god, I've killed someone, let alone I've killed a defenseless child.
I was supposed to say you're attacking
I
defenseless
need
victims.
help
like,
me. I've done.
You're a fucking pathetic piece of shit.
It's like these
I'm
people
sorry.
that kill old folks in the old folks' home. It's like,
Again, no.
what?
There's no room on earth for people like that.
What is redeeming about keeping you ticking on this earth?
Nothing.
Nothing. Like, I don't see it. I don't know why anyone would have any kind of sympathy or anything. Like, I don't care if you have mental illness when you kill children.
Yeah.
Controversial, but it's like, no,
does not excuse heinous crime.
No,
but you do have to have some form of mental illness to be able to perpetrate a heinous crime.
And not once, not twice,
Yeah.
seven times,
13.
seven successful times.
Yeah. Right, exactly. You don't know what happened to other kids.
13 attempts that we know of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like when they apprehend a serial killer, and they go, "All right, well, you killed 7 people that you're telling us about."
Yeah, exactly.
So all of these families that are out there thinking that their child, their son, their daughter, or whatever just disappeared off the face of the earth and ran away because they didn't love them. No, they were taken away by somebody else's actions. Yeah. Like these people whose children who they trust in a hospital with, somewhere where they should be safe.
They should be your oath, like your Hippocratic oath. Is it the Hippocratic oath?
It doesn't mean anything when you're it doesn't mean anything when you're mentally ill.
But why become a nurse? Like at that fucking point. Kill a dog. Don't kill a fucking baby. Kill a goddamn raccoon. Figure it out. Don't become a nurse just to kill fucking people.
This is the thing. This wouldn't have been.
And did nobody notice that
she wouldn't have been like killing babies? That wouldn't have been a sudden thing. This kind of psychosis / illness manifests itself and graduates and gets worse, like a serial killer.
Children who torture animals grow up to be violent adults.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some like Munchausen's thing, like when she was a child. You know what I mean? It's something like that equates illness and to attention and to
I guess
it's
what's
something
scary
like
to
that.
me,
There is a history of something. Someone doesn't wake up and go, "I'm going to kill babies today." Like that's not a thing.
What's scary for me is like that she conned everybody that she knew, like through nursing school. Think about it. Like, how many people you run into and nobody's like, "Ooh, she's got a lot of red flags." Like people like that normally don't talk right either. Like certain things that they say will set off red flags. Like,
but
listen, I'm unsettled about her.
Yeah,
you're right.
There are serial killers that can, can throw up that wall.
Charm is a verb. It is not a personality trait. Ted Bundy had women who adored him, and he was the biggest serial killer in our history.
John Wayne Gacy, Charles Manson, all of these people have a veneer that lets them be able to do what they do. Yeah,
Right.
that there is some social, and it, whether it's sociopathy, we don't know, but there is some, they learn a behavior that is acceptable that makes them unassuming.
Oh, I think we do know it's sociopathy.
Well, in this case, we don't. Is what I'm saying. In this case, we don't know.
Right.
But in general, it's sociopathy. They learn a behavior that makes them socially acceptable, that makes them unassuming, and then people go, "Oh, it couldn't be them. It couldn't be.
Yeah.
Why? How could it be? She's a nurse. How could it be her?
Yeah.
How could it be
Just
her?
like the
She's a
Gilgo
nurse."
Beach, right? The Gilgo Beach killer.
Yeah,
Oh, he was
well,
such a nice guy. He was such a nice guy. Like,
Yep.
exactly. I mean, yeah, Gacy used to work for the church. Like all of these kids.
Yeah.
BTK, perfect family man on the outside.
Here in Syracuse, New
Because of
York,
the
the
veneer.
most popular OBGYN brutally killed his wife. And he's been on trial. Every time he goes to trial, he's found guilty, and then he gets off on a technicality, and then they retry. He's been to trial 3 different times. There are people lining up to say he's a good guy, he's a good doctor.
Oh, our comments are finally starting to come through.
Well, yay!
Thank you for the people that have been watching. I'm very sorry that we haven't been able to respond to you. But we do care.
It's Steve's fault.
No, it's StreamYard's fault. It's just come to life with 11 comments and reactions and people watching. It's like, okay, cool. I've been watching on my phone as well. I'm like, okay, cool. This is a bit exciting. But yeah, look, I think we can agree there is no redeeming that kind of behavior at all.
No.
And, right, basically. Right.
Exactly.
If that's not controversial enough, there's some hot takes coming your way in the event. Okay, Miss V, here she goes. She's venting in 3, 2, 1.
Well, kids, tonight is going to be a civics lesson. I spent a lot of this week reading the social media, as I do, and reading a lot of pro-Trump trolls trying to get the best of every political argument. And I think y'all need to go back to school. I think we need to start teaching civics in this country because a bunch of you don't know shit. I read a comment the other day that just freaked me out. And it said, "You Democrats are stupid. You don't know that this is a republic. That's why the Republicans are right." It's like, well, kiddo, this is a democratic republic. And the word democracy, just means majority rule. And the word republic means representative democracy, where we elect the people that make the laws. And we have a federal government that oversees all of the states. And yes, Ron DeSantis may make the laws in Florida, but they don't apply in New York State. But Roe v. Wade, when it was ruled on by the Supreme Court, applied to all 50 states. But when it was overturned, the Supreme Court gave it back to the states. So no, fuckers, you can't come to New York and make a law. You can elect pro-life Republicans to the Congress and to the Senate, which you try to do all the fucking time, but you can't rule this state without a federal law that New York State has the right to challenge. Now, normal democracy is half plus one. So in a half plus one democratic rule, there's going to be 49% of this population that loses. And some of you got to get used to that fact. I know that you don't like participation trophies, so that's why you have to storm capitals when your team loses, because you can't go home in second place. But buck up, Buttercup. Democratic Republic, half of the people are going to lose. It only has to be 50% plus one vote. So strap in, kids. We sucked it up when other people have lost. You get to suck it up when your guy loses. And please stop trying to tell the rest of us what the Constitution says when the only thing you fucking know is the Second Amendment.
Very good. She's done. She said fuck about 13 times. We live for it. We live for a sweary Vera rant. I love it when she swears. Makes me happy.
Everybody just turns in to watch the old lady say fuck.
She does. All right. Well, as we talked about last week, we had a little bit of a mini milestone. Our little channel that could, after being rebirthed from the end of the earth when Uncensored Radio went stagnant for a little while, we reached 500 subscribers. So if you are watching now, either live or on the replay, please, if you don't already, jump onto YouTube and subscribe to us on Uncensored Radio. We would love some more people. You are most probably watching on Facebook, for which we love you for, so continue to do that. But jump onto our other socials as well, at Live UCR on Instagram and Twitter, and of course, Jeffrey's Playground, TikTok at My Uncensored Radio. We are there. We are all over the place, everywhere at all times, really. And as I said, if you can't watch us straight away and you like to watch the replay, or if you're driving somewhere and would still like to hear our beautiful voices, we are available as an audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Blog Talk Radio, and TuneIn. What we would love you to do, if you haven't already, is on those listener on the streaming sites, give us a rating, give us a review. It gets us in front of more eyes and ears and all that kind of thing. We have Uncensored Confessions this week. I don't know what's coming up next week, because that's the joy of Uncensored Radio. But you better believe we will always be coming at you with more stuff. We will catch you next Thursday, American time, Friday, Australian time, for UCR Live. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Vera. I've been Steve. Until next time. It's gonna be me. I think we're definitely going to make it a thing if this Backstreet Boys NSYNC tour happens. I'm coming. We're going to be like, ooh, imagine.